Alright. We're going to look at a replay of the Bremen on Arctic Convoy. We're going to go over some general pathings, enemy spawn locations, where players should probably position, and where not to position. The map itself is pretty easy to remember. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say there's too much difficulty or variation in it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So most of the enemies spawn from here to here, along this A line and along the 10 line. There's a few that spawn over here. 4 or 5 destroyers and maybe 1 cruiser over here. Everything else spawns, like I said, along the A line or 10 line. So ideally, you would have 1 ship, maybe 2 at most, go over here to get the Liberty ship, and everyone else would go up over this way. That doesn't happen. You're going to see the Hawaii, Des Moines, and Petro all stay on this side, and it's because they stay over here, they're going to be so far out of the fight that they're not really going to do much. Minus the Des Moines. The Des Moines will actually eventually pick up at the end, before he dies, but yeah. And then the Montana, battleship players, please hold your W key. Please get out there and play the game. Your team needs you. So, we have an objective over here to take, yeah, that point there. You can see 1 destroyer, 2 destroyer. There's that 1 cruiser I was talking about, right? So 2 DDs, 1 cruiser, and then there should be 2 other DDs that are over there. That is all there is for this side of the map. You're going to see this side of the map, there's going to be so many deaths. We're going to end up, I believe we killed 15 or killed 18 and damaged 18 or 15. One or the other. There's a lot of work to do. So what we're trying to do is try and get to this point here. Notice how Montana is so far behind, right? He's only just now starting to move. So we've got Sherman, Petra, Des Moines, Hawaii, and GK. They can shoot the Hipper and the Prinz Eugen. Yeah, they can reach the Prinz Heinrich here, but they're not doing that. They're not yet anyways. They're focusing, you know, the Hipper, Prinz Heinrich. There's the 3rd destroyer. Which is fine, right? That's fine. There's the 1 shill up top. There's going to be a few cruisers and battleships that spawn from the top position, as well as destroyers. Like I said, they all spawn from the A line. So, just try to focus on this Heinrich. So again, I'm trying to get to that, this point here. I am watching the mini-map, right? We got a destroyer down here. Shill, Schroeder, Rune. Again, spawning from the A-line. Bismarck. So that's 2 DDs, 3 DDs, 1 cruiser. Got spawned in the 1-2 line. There is the other DD. I think this one gets to, like, down here-ish before he dies. I think? No, he might get here before he dies. That's the 3rd DD down. Good stuff. We've reached the point. Now, we need to get to this Liberty ship or this Liberty ship. I'm looking at the minimap. So there's Z-35. There's that 4th destroyer I was telling you about that spawns in the 1-2 line. So I'm trying to go up here to this Liberty ship to proc it. Because we only have so much time to get these Liberty ships out. Alright. Like, there's only so much time. So, if we don't go, we'll lose bonuses. Unfortunately, we take a Citadel from the Bismarck up there. Again, there's that 1DD, right? So that destroyer is still there. These should pop out down here, and I believe the Des Moines gets them. Ruin's dead. So you can see the shoulder. Felix Schultz is now up there. Blucher, Z52. Coming down, right? We've triggered this Liberty ship because we've reached general range of it. I'm more concerned about the destroyer. I can bounce Bismarck's AP. DDHE will just pelt me all day long, so he's going to actually do more damage to me than the Bismarck, even with the Citadel the Biscuit did. I start turning around. I see that there is a lot of heat coming my way because, again, the team is just all over here. Right? If I'm over here, you could be over here. They could at least be in the 5 line, and we have the GK and the Sherman and the Monty. Right? The 3 DPS cruisers back here. Well, I don't know if Petro's a DPS cruiser, but it's a really solid cruiser, right? They're barely now getting into the 5 line. So I start turning around. We're going to go around this island down here. Get the Z52. There's the Z35. He's still alive, right? So the team needs to turn their guns. Hawaii gets the Z35. Good stuff. So in the 1-2 line, 4 ships have died. 2-3 line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so 11 targets in total from the 1 line to the 4 line. You're going to see from the 5 line, not very many. And then there's going to be so much over here. Please note that the first, let me see, not the first, the second Liberty ship goes up and around. We're going to lose Liberty ship 2. Because no one bothers to go up with it. Des Moines, not really paying attention to the rock that he's about to hit. Try to push him out of the way while still shooting. So notice how the Petro, the Sherman, and the Hawaii, they're all going down with this Liberty ship. They're going to be out of the fight for the next roughly 2 minutes. Because that island's going to block their firing angle. So, all 3 of them are going to be rather low on the board. Des Moines being out here, you're going to see, because he didn't go down this way, but because he went up this way, he's going to do significantly better. That one positional, that one change in pathing makes a almost 500 base XP difference. Actually, I think it's close to like 400 base XP. But, we still have more work to do. There's another DD here. FDG, tier pits, mines. GK is actually doing some tanking. That's good stuff to see. I tell him to kind of back off. The Monty should be taking a bit more, tanking a bit more. He isn't really. I don't think he's actually taken damage yet. The mines is the biggest threat to our GK, so I start focusing him first, and then I start stopping. I have more health than the GK, so if I stop, as long as he keeps kiting away, I can stay in the heal while eventually taking aggro, which is what I want to do. But you can see that Liberty ship, how far north it is. That's part of why we're going to end up losing the ship. We're going to lose him about here because the destroyers end up torping him. Tier pits is down, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 3, 6, 7 in the 6, 7 line. Well, 7 in the 6 line, I should say. I mean, these 2 DDs are on this side of the island, right? I start backing up and trying to angle, because I'm taking most of the heat here, which is fine. I don't mind taking the heat. Notice how I'm the only one remotely close to this Liberty ship. The Des Moines is behind me, yes, but he's not close enough to take aggro. Unfortunately, I'm not close enough to Liberty Ship to take aggro. The Montana is still behind this island. He's not tanking any damage up here. This is the DD, I believe, that ends up torping out the Liberty Ship here. So that's why we lose that objective. And because we lose that objective, we lose the secondary task. Again, instead of being down here, right, you let one single person, one cruiser stay down here like a DPS cruiser like Hawaii. Hawaii could follow Des Moines, Petro, because Hawaii has longer range than Des Moines, right? So everyone else should be above should either be in the D line or above the D line. Like, you guys gotta be up here, right? The one DPS cruiser, the only threat to the south is 4 destroyers after these Liberty ships reach the rendezvous point. Once they do, there'll be 4 DDs that spawn around H8, H9. Well, between H7 and H9. So around here, they're gonna slow push the Liberty ships from the south. Those are the only destroyers that are a threat from the south. Everything else is from this area. A little over here, very few over here, most of it's over here. And there's still a lot more work to do. So, there's the first destroyer, right? Again, if one cruiser had stayed, if just one had stayed down here, like if the Hawaii had just stayed here to clear that out, kill the DDs, because the Hawaii could absolutely wreck those DDs. That's what Hawaii does really, really well. Would have been easy for him to do, but maybe people haven't played this before. This was out during the event, and the event lasted for quite a while. So people should have been playing it. People should know. Is what it is. So there's 3 DDs total so far. There's the 4th one. They're all Z38s. Alright. So we kill these 4. You kill these destroyers and then clear out the minefields, and then the Liberty ships will continue to move out. Also, if you want to know how many DDs will be spawning in the south, the main objective switches. After the Liberty ships get to the rendezvous point, the primary task swaps over to them. Right. So you can know how many you're dealing with. There we go. We got those 4 dead. Liberty ship's still alive, thankfully. And you're going to see everything else comes from the A7 to A10 down to, like, Den C. Everything along here, effectively. I believe the Hawaii is going to go down south to help deal with the sea mines down there. I'm going to go up north to help the GK. Try to keep them alive. With his engine being damaged, I should actually be shooting his nose. Like, instead of the water in front of him, I should just be shooting his nose. Because these ships travel very... Like, I don't know why, but these ships travel at about 1/2 to 3/4 speed. So, they're all very, very slow. We're going to keep angling up. You can see that this is the rune, an A8, Z52, B10. They spawn just outside the map, and then they make their way in. There's going to be... So there's a Z52, and there's another destroyer there as well that we'll end up finding. There's a Hipper. There's a Prinz Eugen. There's the Z44. The destroyers are the biggest threat to GK at the moment. His Hydra's down, so my Hydra's the only thing that can spot the torpedoes for him. Although I am kind of like outside of the effective range for him, unfortunately. So I'm trying to focus those. There's an Elbing, right? So we have from the 6th line over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 33 ships. Alright. 33 enemy ships on the east side of the map. 6 line over. From the 5 line... Well, okay. Let's also count this one, right? 34. From the 5 line to the 1 line, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right? So, half as many ships from the 5 line to the 1 line versus the 6 line to the 10 line. There is so much work to be done up here. Which is why people really should, please, don't push on this side of the island. Push on this side and just push it this way. Let 1, 2 at most go this way. Right? Preferably a DPS cruiser with some range stays down here. Or follows, like, the path south down here to deal with the DDs in the minefield. And hopefully they have, like, the range to help north as well. Like I said, Hawaii would be great for that. So could the Petro. But the Petro wouldn't deal with the DDs as easily as the Hawaii would. So I think Hawaii would be the best ship for that role in this team. I could, right? I could have as well. I don't trust my teammates to know what to do. So I would much rather be up here knowing that all the enemy ships are basically going to be up here. 549,000 damage. 18 destroyed. Let's look at the team score here. 2,000 basic speed. GK putting in work, right? So notice Des Moines. 1,500 basic speed. Hawaii, Petro. Right? 1,200 basic speed. So 300 to 400 basic speed difference just because of pathing. Because the Hawaii and Petro went south of that island, they're that far behind. If they had been on the west side, or sorry, on the east side of the map longer or sooner, they would have engaged more ships and their basic speed would have been higher. Even if Hawaii would have gone to the south, right? Because the first thing he did, he went west. And then he went north a little bit. East. Well, no. He went west, turned around, went east, went south, and then came back up. He went north a little bit there at the end. Even if he had just gone east and then stayed south and then more east, right? After the destroyers and then gone north, he would have been in range and had a firing solution on more ships sooner, which means he still could have done more damage, even if he had been the one to escort the Southern Liberty ship. The Sherman with his sap, brother, he should absolutely not be down here. Sherman sap on this map, mostly cruisers and destroyers, puts in so much work. All right, I know the GK is a brawling battleship. The Montana is not, but brother, 1,000 base XP, 900 base XP. 4 did kind of poorly. 3 did quite well. All right, this is the difference that pathing makes on maps. You got to learn the maps, learn where to go, when to go. There it is. Warships damaged, or destroyed 18, damaged 15. 33 in total is what we hit. 1.2 million pot. A lot of damage done. But that is Bremen on Arctic Convoy. Same ship and commander build as in the previous video, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all enjoy. God bless.